Hey guys, welcome to Console Stackup. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of games on the NES. And wouldn't you know it, it's Halloween. That's right, it's time to get in the costume and get ready. Okay, today we're going to take a look at a selection of 5 games, check out their playability and their current price trends. Then we'll take a small break in the middle to examine the inside of these bad boys, and then we'll finish the day off back at the dojo. First up, a classic which spawned 15 core games, dozens of spin-offs, and countless remakes.
Final Fantasy! But before the weird Japanese emo band and the online game, there was the classic adventure.
Inspired by Dungeons & Dragons and spurred on by the success of Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy released in 1987 to positive reviews and sales. The story follows 4 warriors of light as they travel through the land fighting baddies in old-school turn-based RPG fashion. The feeling of buying new weapons, leveling up, and taking down bosses is incredibly rewarding in a rough game like this.
If you're a fan of RPGs, this is one of the granddaddies. Yeah, it can be cryptic and difficult, so I'd only recommend it to true fans. Expect to pay around $20.
Next up is the critically acclaimed Disney game, DuckTales.
This is one of the best 2D platformers in the entire console, which makes sense seeing as most of the personnel who worked on Mega Man also worked on DuckTales.
The game also complements the gameplay with its incredible soundtrack and vivid visuals. But enough praise. DuckTales follows the greedy old Scrooge McDuck as he travels the world looking for treasure. You'll visit places such as the Amazon, Transylvania, and even the moon.
This is a simple and fun platformer and a must-own for anyone that has an NES. I picked mine up at a flea market for $10. Now for a change of pace.
In the 80s and 90s, if you thought of the typical NES game about a soldier with a gun infiltrating enemy lines, you would think of bullet hell, massive explosions, and utter carnage. But a man by the name of Hideo Kojima sought to change all of that with Metal Gear. This NES port features an operative by the name of Snake, who uses stealth in order to get past guard dogs, sentries, and much more in order to infiltrate the base and rescue various prisoners.
Expect to pay around $10 for this game. Oh, and that front image? Yeah, that's Kyle Reese.
Alright, now for a quick break where we can open up these bad boys and see what really makes them tick. In the last video, we talked about the processor and chips in the NES, but did you know that the Atari 2600 used similar chips in their own console? So how exactly did Nintendo funnel this out of this if the consoles were almost the same? Well, the secret lies in each cartridge itself. If we open up any old NES cart, then there's likely going to be what is called a memory map controller, or MMC. There are 6 MMC variations and some third party also.
Alright, now enough of that. We have a couple more games to look at.
This next game is one of the very few NES games that ditched the gray cartridge in favor of baby blue. Not only that, but the game is based on scriptures of the actual Bible. I of course refer to Bible Adventures. Produced by Wisdom Tree, this game is an unofficially licensed product released for the NES.
Normally, Nintendo would take these unlicensed games to court and force the developers to stop selling them. However, this was a time where Japanese games were taking over the US market, and people were not too happy.
Nintendo let this publisher slide because, well, they didn't want to have the negative press overtake their image they'd been fighting for. Can you imagine? Nintendo shuts down religious Bible company trying to spread the word of God.
Jeez, they'd have a field day with it. As for the game, well, it sucks.
You play as either Noah gathering animals, Moses' mother as she runs down the Nile, or David and Goliath, which is worse than it sounds.
This game is only for hardcore collectors or religious fanatics. And I'm Moses, and I'm Moses.
And lastly, we have one of the most American games for the NES ever released. I'm talking about Bad Dudes.
Because these two dudes were bad.
The intro starts with one of the most iconic lines in NES history. The president has been kidnapped by ninjas. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president?
As a kid, you're thinking, heck yeah, let's do this!
You press start and you drop from the sky like a badass and you land on a fence? But you have no time to think because ninjas knew you were coming. And before you know, a non-stop barrage of highly trained assassins come in and just aim to take you down. After going through a rainbow of ninjas, you get to a bus and... what the heck? The screen glitches out and makes this weird sound. Great, not even 10 seconds into this mess and the game just craps out. Now I know it's not the fault of the game and just the single car, but it's still annoying. Load it up again and I drop in and start mashing all the buttons I can. Before long, I discover how to do a spin kick like Ken from Street Fighter. Okay, whatever. So I spin my way through the level, but... wait a minute. I'm on a mission to save the president and I don't even have any guns? This is about as American as it gets. No weapons of any sort, just going through with my bare fists. Talk about a bad game design choice. I eventually get to the boss and God knows I didn't know what to do, so I just spin kicked him nonstop. It's just now that I noticed that you can't see the boss's health bar. Or my own, for that matter? What's going on here?
Yes! Take that.
I'm bad.
Yeah, it even says, I'm bad.
Who's bad?
Next level, they drop you on a moving train. I think? No, these are semi-trucks. Why are we fighting on top of some moving vehicles on a highway again? Forget it, who cares? It's the 80s, nothing makes sense. If you fall, you gotta jump back to the top before you die. I mean, I think you do, because I don't really know where my health bar is. And look at this, a cola just off screen, and I try so hard to get it, but no, it's an auto-scroller. At least this is where the music gets going, and then, great, another crash. Whatever, it happens. Whoa, wait, is that?
Yeah! The glitch put back my HP and status bar!
This game is messed up. Now it gives me my status menu back when it's glitched? This card is seriously starting to look like a bad game.
I'm bad. I'm bad.
Come on!
I'm bad.
This game sucks! At first I was with you bad dudes, but now... Happy Halloween from Console Stackup. Updates! I plan on doing a lot more videos very soon. The reason there was a gap in between this and the last video is because I had to move to Illinois for a new job from Ohio. So this is more of a hobby for me. So expect a lot more content to come out more rapidly since I'm more situated. In the meantime, you can also check me out on my Twitch at Brando, linked somewhere in the description below. And that O is a 0, by the way. So it's like brand 0K. It's like brand flakes with 0K flakes. Catch you guys later. Have a sweet Halloween. Oh my god. I royally destroyed. I mean, look. I mean, this is all that's left. Now, if you don't think it's that destroyed, I mean, dude. Hold on. I cut through. I chopped this thing twice. And yeah, it's not gonna work. 2 main chips just gone.